All right, let's dive into a really powerful concept in finance today, the sustainable growth rate. It's a key metric that helps us answer a question that pretty much every single business leader has to face at some point.
And that question is simply this: how fast can your company really grow using only the cash it makes on its own? Imagine you want to expand, but you absolutely do not want to go hat in hand to the bank for a loan or issue more stock. What's your top speed?
Well, that's where the sustainable growth rate, or SGR, comes into play. It literally tells you the maximum growth rate a company can hit without taking on more debt. It's the measure of its true self-funded growth potential. So how do we figure it out?
To really get a handle on SGR, we've got to break down the formula. Think of it like we're popping the hood on a car to see how the engine of growth actually works.
And here it is. The sustainable growth rate is simply your return on equity, or ROE, multiplied by 1 minus your dividend payout ratio. Now, this simple formula shows you the two main levers a company can pull for self-funded growth: how profitable it is and how much of that profit it decides to reinvest.
So let's look at that first part, return on equity. This is your profitability engine. It tells you how good the company is at turning the money its owners invested into actual profit. The higher the ROE, the more efficient the company is, and the more cash it generates to fuel future growth. Now, the second part is what we call the retention ratio. And if ROE is the engine, then this is the fuel. It's simply the slice of the profits that the company keeps instead of paying out to shareholders. It's the money that gets plowed right back into the business to fund new projects, buy equipment, and drive expansion.
Okay, theory is one thing, but let's make this concrete with a quick example. Honestly, seeing the numbers work together is the best way to really get it. Okay, so let's say we have a company with a return on equity of 11.17%, and we'll assume that its policy is to pay out 40% of its earnings to its shareholders in the form of dividends. So first things first, we have to calculate that retention ratio. If the company pays out 40%, that means it keeps the other 60%, right? So 1 minus 0.40 gives us 0.60. Now we just multiply our ROE, the 11.17%, by that 60% we just calculated. And there you have it, 6.7%. This is the key takeaway. This company can grow its sales and its assets by 6.7% next year without needing a single extra dollar from a bank or from new investors. That is its sustainable speed limit.
Calculating the number is just the first step. Where SDR gets really interesting is what it tells you about a company's strategy and its priorities. It tells a whole story.
Just look at this comparison. It really lays out the strategic choice. A classic growth company, over on the left, probably pays out very little in dividends. It keeps more profit to reinvest, which gives it a higher SGR to fuel that rapid growth. But a mature company, on the right, might choose to reward its shareholders with high dividends. That means it keeps less cash, which naturally leads to a lower SGR.
And this quote from the source material really just nails it. A company's dividend policy isn't just some random number. It's a direct signal of its strategy. Is the main goal to grow the business from the inside out, or is it to send cash back to the owners? The SGR is the result of that very decision.
All right, now for everyone out there who's studying for an exam, you're going to want to pay close attention. SGR is a favorite topic, and there are a couple of classic traps that are very easy to fall into.
So let's really focus here on a success tip that'll make sure you nail these questions every single time.
Okay, here are the two biggest mistakes people make. First, and this is by far the most common, is forgetting to use the retention ratio. Test questions love to give you the payout ratio, and you have to remember to subtract it from 1. The second mistake is using the wrong profitability number, like return on assets. Remember, SGR is all about the growth funded by owner's equity, so the base you've got to use is always return on equity, ROE. So look, if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, please make it this right here. SGR is the bridge that connects a company's profitability with its payout policy, and that connection reveals its true organic growth capacity. It's really that simple and that powerful.
Which brings us to a final, really important question. We know SGR is the growth limit without outside funding. So if a company wants to blow past that limit and grow even faster, what are its only real options? What does it have to do? The answer is hidden in what the formula doesn't talk about. It's something to think about as you keep digging into this stuff. Thanks for watching.